I would just like to say, welcome to episode 35 of Burchalations. Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Yes, sir. And I have a guest I've been wanting to have on for a long time. All right, if you would like to just go ahead and introduce yourselves, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, so I'm Julius Young, from Lebanon, Tennessee, born and raised. That's really about it.
Simple man. Simple
yeah,
life.
simple, man.
Super simple.
Simple man.
It's one thing that we do is keep it simple, baby.
Now, for all you people out there watching on the screens on YouTube, all that stuff, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all that watch all of our videos, man. I've been getting a lot of comments recently, a lot of direct messages and stuff like that, saying how much y'all appreciate it, how much y'all respect the grind and all that. And I really like the fact that y'all are actually watching this stuff.
Man.
Like the fact that y'all watch it, but it's another thing from y'all watch it from the beginning to the end, which is crazy to me. So I really appreciate y'all. We're also live on TikTok, man. Go ahead and hit that right there at the time of this recording. So if you're on TikTok right now, hit us with some topics and all that stuff. And yeah, man. Yeah. So who wants to hit the first? You have something, or you want me to hit it off?
You can hit it off, man.
Good, man, because you know what, bro? A lot of things have been happening for the past couple of days. And today, man, I don't know why, but I just want to get something off my chest. Okay?
Let me hear it.
Now, this isn't me talking crap about the ladies. As a matter of fact, I love ladies so much, I want them to just act right, okay? I love them so much. Why can't they just act right, bro? I feel like I really look at it back, from back where from high school all the way to now, and the way that society has been, the way that dating has just looked like it's become impossible nowadays. I think it's actually girls' fault, man. I really think it's girls' fault nowadays. I can't believe I came up to that conclusion, because it really took a lot for me to come up with that. I really thought it was just us guys we just need to hold ourselves accountable, blah, blah, blah. I don't think guys have really changed. I think they have adapted to what society is nowadays. And girls pick the winners.
They do.
They really do. And at the end of the day, what does a guy really want to be? He wants to be a winner. He wants to be capable. He wants to be a hero to his family. He wants to be looked up to. And if all we see is these bad guys, these quote unquote assholes that are getting play, getting the girls, getting the kids and all that stuff, taking these girls to Pound Town and all that craziness. If that's what the bad guys are getting, the only logical thing for a nice guy to do
is become one of those bad
guys. To become a bad guy, or to adopt some things that the bad guy does. Because I don't know about y'all, man, but me being, someone that's nice and all that stuff, what usually happens? I mean, I think we all speak from experience. Usually, being a nice guy, you're a shoulder to cry on. You're the guy that gets calls from the girls blah blah blah, and then
what should I do?
She crying, and then you're over here looking at her like, he did it again, did he? Yeah, and it's just like.
It's like you have...
And you get totally looked over, though. That's the thing. You get totally looked over as the guy that just gives good advice. But, I'm giving you this good advice for a reason.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You're not even listening. So,
right.
I never thought, who would have thought, someone bad for you, how could someone be so attached with someone that was, so bad for you? And then it takes you being at your complete lowest to realize that apparently you realize and your worth, quote unquote, what they say,
man,
right?
It's because, man, they think with these things that we like to call feelings, man, and it's freaking hilarious to me.
Their downfall.
It's kind of hilarious to me because we see that is most of the time it's their downfall. But here's the kicker: they try to get us to have that same mentality as them.
And that's what you see in society now.
Yeah, and this is where we fucked up. We listened, and the fact that we listened, we live in the era where we have the weakest generation of men. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. We are the weakest generation of the men that have walked this earth.
What do you expect us, or let's say, I'm going to say us, because we're in this generation, we might be outliers here in this conversation, but what would you expect them to do? If you can't beat them, join them like Birch said, like Big Birch said, if the bad guys are winning and the good guys are being looked over,
Why
you
would
got to
continue
adapt to
exactly.
overcome.
Why would
You got to do a little compromising
got
for
to.
yourself. You got to change the playbook.
Yeah, why would you continue to be the same if you know it's not working?
Exactly.
I mean, you know, if the play is not working, if passing the ball ain't working, well, you better go
gotta
run that
run
ball.
that
You better
thing.
run that thing, man.
Gotta run that mother.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I see all these girls, every single girl that I have came to or asked a question like, hey, what do you want from a guy? Blah, 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 this is this and that. Basically, you want a nice guy, right? You want someone that's apparently quote unquote corny, someone that apparently don't really go to bars, because let's just be real. For if I ever have a daughter, God forbid, I want a boy. But if I ever have a daughter, I want her to marry a square.
Man,
yes,
right?
Marry a square.
Man,
please.
we never-
marry a
have square
please.
sex.
Yes.
Have square kids.
Yes, have square
life.
I want him to have a corny. I want her to marry
Square
a corny
car.
ass kid, right?
I want him to drive a fucking Volkswagen. Stay away from
Just
the
that
guys with
easy
sports
shit,
car.
man. Give me peace
Yeah.
of mind. Yes, but like, it's kind of crazy because like we want, as a father, we want them to date some corny square dudes, but they're not getting the play out here. It's always the bad boys.
Yeah.
It's always the assholes.
And
So
and one thing that that gets mistaken with these square dudes is a lot of women in this generation they presume stability with boring. They confuse it.
ooh,
They confuse that a lot, and the fact that
Crazy,
they confuse
man.
that a lot is it leaves men hopeless because I mean they preach that they want the stability, and but it's like when they think that's
not
boring.
enough.
Yeah,
It's
they
not
think
enough,
that's
but-
boring.
But break that down. Why is it not enough? Me personally, might be getting off on a tangent, but I blame social media. If you have one good guy in your face doing everything right, but one thing, and you got, I don't know, say just on an average 5 guys a week coming in your DMs, you're gonna pick another one. You're gonna try that one out. You're gonna see, oh, can he do it? And you're just gonna be, chasing that. What do they say? The grass is always greener on the other side until you get over there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
but it might just be turf, man. You
It
never
might
know.
just be turf.
Yeah.
Fake as shit.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I was going to mention. It's like that's like what we like to call the 80-20 rule. It's where in a relationship you're going to get 80% of what you need, nothing more, nothing less. And then and then you see another person who offers that other 20% that you're missing, and a woman, she wants to pursue that other person because she feel like that she's missing something, which is that 20%. So
You gonna trade
she leaves
80%
you.
for 20.
exactly, and they don't realize that, but they kind of want to have it both ways, and it's like bullshit.
Well, it's kind of crazy because like if we were to be interviewed on the street, right, asking ourselves like, hey, would you take a girl that had 80% of what you wanted in a woman? We'd be like, of course,
80%.
8%.
Hell yeah.
Your heartbeat. But if you hear it from your average modern woman nowadays, they'd be like, I will never settle.
No, yeah.
Never settle. You go, queen. It's crazy, man. Fuck it, man. I'm done.
crazy
man.
is-
I'm sick of it, bro.
What's crazy about that word selling is a lot of men, we settle most of the time if you really think about it. Mm-hmm. A lot of men settle. I mean, because most of the time, I mean, we usually accept them for how they are for the most part, and it's very rare that they accept us for how we are. We usually have to become someone for them to even acknowledge that we exist.
Well, a woman, more or less, for a guy's perspective, what we want, all your values you're born with. Good looks, fertility. Are you peaceful? When I come home, do you bring me peace? You know what I'm saying? Because I might go out in the world and do all that bullshit, work all that stuff out for us. But when I come home, you supposed to be for me and hold me down because you're not worried about the world. As long as you can hold me down, I'm going to hold us down. You know what I mean? So,
There's a
Absolutely.
beautiful thing that I saw that it was I'm sure y'all know the
That's real
WWE
material
wrestler.
right there.
Yeah, the WWE wrestler Rey Mysterio, right?
yeah. I know
So
him.
he had got inducted to the Hall of Fame, I think last year,
Yep.
right? And he had said in his speech about how he was dead broke. He didn't know how he was ready to quit in that moment, and he was calling her girlfriend, which is his now wife, for like many years, right? And you know what she did? she decided to give up on her dream of going to medical school to help Rey Mysterio pursue his dream of becoming a wrestler. And now, look where Rey Mysterio's at now. One of the greatest luchador wrestlers.
The greatest luchador.
The greatest luchador
Hold
wrestler.
on. Look where they are. Because a man is only as strong as his backbone is his woman. So
that's true.
look
That's
where
facts,
they
man.
are.
And she held him down at his lowest.
Exactly.
If any girl from today's world would have been in the same position as she was with Rey Mysterio, they were done. They out. But she held him down, gave him money and all that stuff, and he built himself up. Because I believe a girl's supposed to support a man dream, not the other way around. Because when she supports that man, at the end of the day, she's still going to be winning.
Oh, yeah. I mean, okay, so here's the thing. When a man does stuff, it's for the people around him. When a woman does stuff, it's all selfish. And it is what it is. It's selfish intentions.
Usually for her, yeah.
Just for her.
Her bag is her bag. You talk to a girl, you hear her, mine.
Yeah. Me.
You know, I'm trying to get a bag for me, you know what I'm saying? Because everything that we get, all of our value comes from after we're born. We're not born with nothing.
No, we're born a blank slate.
Man. Exactly.
And I think that we as men, that's the best thing about being a man. That's one of the scariest things about being a man. That the fact that we're not born with any value, that we're born from a clean slate, that we have to build ourselves up from the ground, basically.
Yeah,
pretty much.
That's why usually whenever we have goals and stuff, we're usually like celebrate like a lot. Like let me use an example real quickly. Like music artists, for example. Like we usually, society, excluding people like Adele and Beyonce and Taylor Swift, excluding most of the time. Excluding most of the time. Besides those three, you see like men, they get praised way more than women in that profession because it's like we know that that we don't really have anything else to lean on besides our ability to create music, and that's where our value is predicated from. But if all these female artists, they didn't make music, no one would really think any lower of them because that's not really what their value is from.
It's almost not even your role to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for a man, core value is to provide, protect, and be there for your lady. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
For a man in a household, you're supposed to be the foundation.
Yep.
Right? A storm comes, the windows might shake, the doors might fling open.
But they look at you to keep calm and to lead
you
them out
got to keep calm. If you sweat, everybody about to sweat. You can't get caught sweating.
Man, yeah, and that's exactly why I told Justin earlier. In the words of one of the great, the Godfather, Kevin Samuels, right? He said that if you want to, disappoint your woman or like turn her off from you instantly, go to her about your problems.
Oh yeah.
And it sucks now, but I think the about how girls always saying like, open up to us, blah 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 blah. I think it's a trap, to be honest.
I was about to say, let's talk about that there.
Yeah. This is a great topic right here.
Women in our generation ask for things that they honestly don't want. You don't want the real answer to it. So you know what I mean, like.
You spoke to me.
But that makes no sense.
It makes zero sense. But at the same time, they tell you, open up, show your emotions. But they're the same girls that want assholes. They're the same girls that want those hard, rigid
quote unquote,
guys.
Emotionally unavailable.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Emotionally unavailable, emotionally unstable, and emotionally reactive.
So basically, it's like, okay.
But here's my thing, though. Women, they might tell you their problems. They're not asking for a solution. If I tell you my problems, I'm looking for a solution. I'm not venting.
That's real.
Yeah,
And the thing is, for me, I'm not about to tell you all the things that are going wrong, in my business or anything, because one, you can't help me. You don't do what I do.
What would you say earlier, Justin?
I said that women are not built for masculine problems.
I need rational thinking. I don't need feelings. I don't need feelings. I need rational thinking.
I feel like when you think about it emotionally, I think it helps you in that moment, but the problem is still there.
I think thinking emotionally is the quickest way to get you messed up. As a man, we play chess, not checkers in this world. You have to strategically move. I might get mad at a customer because I don't know, he's not trying to pay me.
Yeah.
Okay. I could go in there and talk to my girl about it. She'll be like, oh, he needs to pay you. He needs to da-da-da-da. Go out there, act the ass.
You might get popped.
Now you're wrong.
Law enforcement, whatever. Not the best example, but you see what I mean. You know, it's always good to keep a level head, never to sweat.
Oh, we know people, and all three of us, man, we know people who are in jail or in the grave
For
because
dumb stuff.
because they wanted to act off of how they felt. And it's like if their reality showed that acting off how you feel isn't really healthy for you as a man, why the hell would I do that?
So that's a whole nother conversation. So, which in our generation, the last 20 years, we've had the most mass school shootings, the most suicide rates for men, the most all this stuff. And let me tell you why. I feel like it's because the dad's not in the household. You're being raised by solely a woman, which gives you emotional thought process. I'm mad at my teacher. I'm mad at these kids for bullying me. I'm finna shoot this bitch up. That's
crazy.
You know what I mean?
You know what I had to do? Go home and suck it up.
Right. Go suck it up, bro.
Go take it out on someone at football practice or something.
Man. Use it as constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? Don't wallow and soak in it. And that's what happens because women, if you ever notice, women belong in groups of women. They support each other. They're the best support system ever.
Oh
Men,
my gosh.
we're
Don't
solo.
get me started on that.
We're solo.
Exactly.
Women are so like,
bro, they could suck at something. I was playing pool at Cahoots the other weekend, and they were trash, but I promise you, every shot, they were, whoa, you go, girl. I'm thinking, are you fucking serious? But,
it's crazy, man. They can be so trash, but that girl will literally be so delusional.
The best.
And be so fake to them and literally cheer them on the whole time.
And
I'm looking at them like, this cannot be real. If this was to happen to me, I'm getting booed.
Right.
And I'm getting told, hey, yo, get off the table. Get out of here.
And secondly, somebody played me like that. I'm like, I'm going to be honest with you, like, why are you lying? Like, why would you give me false feedback of my game? Give me constructive. Give me something I can build off of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some guys really out there playing this.
Just like women, you can't call a girl fat if she's fat. You can call a dude fat if he's fat. You can easily call a dude fat if he's fat.
Yeah, it's easy for us because I think we hold ourselves more. I think we have more self accountabilities because we have this thing called a burden to perform. And it's like
burner of performance.
Yeah, it's like no one's really going to really give a shit about us as men if we don't perform in like anything that we're in. Like I mean, if we're worried about how we feel most of the time, we can't perform, and we're going to be left behind. We're going to be losing by default if we're worried about how we feel.
Yep.
That's why I always say I don't have time to worry about how I feel. I have to act.
Exactly.
And a lot of women that I tell that to, they don't understand because they don't really they have the luxury to worry about how they feel, and someone's going to save them at the end of the day. While me, on the other hand, I know for a fact that no one's going to be saving me. I have no backup. Hell, I am the backup.
I am the backup. Where's your backup? I am the backup.
I am the backup in most cases.
No, bro, that's crazy. Keep going.
And it's okay though because I think that's when I really became a man. Is when I realized that no one was coming to save me.
Oh yeah,
and no one really gave a shit about my problems unless I was providing value for them.
Ooh, right there. So you play sports, or did you used to play?
Yeah.
We learned early as men, as young men in high school, we all learned early about this, is that you aren't worth much in this world unless you provide some sort of value. And I think, Just was talking about that. He didn't learn that until high school football, is that when you're on the sideline, they can care what you do.
Right.
But if you're playing and all that stuff, them coaches thinking, hey, you better be on your P's and Q's. They're paying attention to you.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting all this, PR stuff like that.
Yeah, because they got a job to do. They got to make sure that
we're not trying to lose.
Yeah, we're not trying. Yeah, and the coaches, they're not trying to get fired either.
And they're making sure that they're looking at you and be like, hey, this better not happen. You are all we got.
And so let me tell you why I feel like men are better at leadership right here. we were taught it from a young age. We played sports growing up. Sports, you have to have a hierarchy in sports. If you suck, you're not finna play. If you're the best, you're the captain.
Just about to say that.
You know, if you're playing one-on-one basketball with your boy downtown at Jimmy Floyd and y'all arguing about a foul, shoot for it. If you a good shooter, all right, cool. Women, they're playing dolls. There's no better doll. There's just my doll and your doll, and we're all happy friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we shoot for it, but hey, ball
Can I say
alive.
something
Right,
else?
ball alive.
Can I say something else?
Man, what you talking about? What you talking
Can I
about?
say something else about leadership? Here's one reason why I think we're better leaders. It's because we take the credit regardless.
Win or
The
lose.
good or the bad, we take the credit.
We have to, man.
If I
take the
fucked up, I
credit.
fucked up.
We take the
We
credit.
have to.
All right, and here's one example, okay? Because we saw this during our playing days whenever we played football. Our old head coach, Coach G. All right, every time we lost a close game or we got blown out, he always took the credit. He always said that it was his fault. All right, even though that sometimes that it may have blatantly looked like that wasn't his fault, which I can say that because I used to play for him, and I know that sometimes there's moments where he couldn't control it.
Yep.
All right, but there were times, every time he took that blame, and I gained a lot of respect for that because he didn't have to do that, but he knows that he is the one who's leading us to that battlefield. So
And yeah, I mean, to add on to that, I mean, like growing up, my dad was my dad's a Marine, business owner. You know, me working for him, I might be laying out the stuff to do, right? But they might put it in wrong. He's not asking them why is his stuff wrong. He asking me, hey, why is that wrong? Because I'm in charge of these guys. Yeah. I'm a superintendent to these guys. They might be doing the work, but I'm the person to hear from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got to take the rap. You got to take the curvies with the straights, the good with the bads.
Yeah, and here's one thing about us as men: we don't need to be flattered like how women need to be flattered.
Exactly.
We go out. Here's how we do it. We go out and earn. Okay, we can't just be told something and then man we just feel better. No, we have to earn something to feel better about ourselves because being flattered is not really going to do anything towards you. I mean, people can just lie to your face, but results they don't lie.
Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true, man.
And the men who are actually doing it out here, they realize that. They're just. I mean, feelings are just temporary, but results they last forever.
Exactly. And I feel like women need, and this is why they flock together. They need a lot of affirmation, a lot of you did great. You know what I'm saying? As a man, like you said, if you did good, if you produced. We don't do things for applause. We do things because one, it's the right thing to do. Two, we're trying to get value for ourselves.
Yes,
we're not. My dad used to tell me, "Hey, you're not a circus freak. You don't do stuff for a round of applause. You do it because it's supposed to be done that way."
Hey, that was deep.
Yeah, it's just straight up.
That's
Straight up.
That's
real,
right
man.
there. That's a really good
And I
quote.
think it's I think it helps a lot with delaying gratification too. In society, we live in a society where gratification is so instant. You can get everything at a click of a button. You can get pizza. You can get a girl to your place if you wanted to. I'm just throwing that out there. You can get, you can watch a movie instantly. You can go DoorDash, all that stuff, man. It's out here for instant, and people, it's very hard to work for things nowadays. So,
and with that instant gratification is why our generation sucks at relationships. At relationships, because, like you were saying, if your dude isn't doing that 20% right, go find the other one that's doing the 20%. Get that instant gratification. Okay, so I got a little sister. All right. And I saw her Snapchat one time, and she had like 45 unopened Snapchats. I'm like, Kaya, what is this? I'm like, what is this? She was like, I don't even talk to most of them. She was like, honestly, I just like, I like the attention. She was like, I just like the attention.
That's crazy.
It's the instant gratification.
I ain't never had 45 unopened messages.
Man,
I probably had about 7 at most. So you know why I have 7? That's when I wake up in the morning.
Right. Because I went to bed at 8. You know what I'm saying? I got work at 4 in the morning. That's why I got 8 of. Oh shit! I went to bed too early.
They all came while I was sleeping.
Yeah, right. I mean,
I swear, bro. It's crazy.
man. Where they really be alone looking for that desperate attention, man. They just be looking for, man, the hours, man, where you're supposed to be sleeping.
Right.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like I'm at a point in my life where it's almost sad to watch girls like, you know, you'll see somebody post something on Snapchat that's really revealing but the message on it is very condescending. They're like, "Oh,
yeah,
my room's so dirty," and she's showing her ass. Like, bro,
everything is so
Nah,
sexualized.
your mind dirty.
Everything is so sexualized on social media. They could be talking about a girl could be shooting basketball. All you see is them booty cheek go up and down.
Right.
It's like first off, the basketball goal is not even in the shot.
right?
Second, why you wearing the little gym shark shorts on a basketball
In a
court?
basketball court.
Man, it's crazy, man. They be wearing freaking.
I ain't knocking your hustle, but dang, man, let's just call it for what it is.
And that makes a full circle to the very first question you said. You know, like, about women having the easy way out. I mean, like, it's they have so much influence with this world. I can almost not blame men at this point for being pieces of shit.
Yeah,
Because,
it's crazy.
I mean, okay, it's almost like
I used to despise it, but then without even realize it, sometimes see myself becoming that person because I just like, it's like, bro, like, okay,
You get tired of losing.
I get tired of losing. I'm sorry.
It's so condescending because the same women that are doing all the revealing stuff and for the attention are the same ones that are like, don't look at me as, don't look at my body, like, don't look at me as a object.
Stop objectifying
Exactly.
Blah, blah, blah,
like,
blah.
I'm more than just my body, but that's the only thing you're marketing. That's the only thing that you're
It's
trying
like-
to sell me.
And here's the thing.
It's crazy.
You show up to the job that you want. If you show up to the job, you wear a business outfit. If I'm showing up to the military, I'm wearing a uniform. If you're going to be a mom, if you want to be a mom, put some damn clothes on. You know what I'm saying? Put some damn clothes on.
All right,
So,
and one thing, and what was I going to say? Actually, man, keep going because you made me forget.
And women's like, like, I don't know how to cook. My mama didn't teach me how to cook. Your mama didn't teach you how to suck dick? But you know how to suck dick, don't you? Because you wanted to learn how to suck dick.
it's shit crazy. And here's the
Because
thing,
you wanted to be a whore. Now, if you wanted to be a mom,
let's just keep it a buck, man. Let's keep it a buck. And this is one thing I wanted to get into just on my end.
Yeah.
Is this crazy thing that I see, obviously hookup culture is a thing.
Yeah.
But one thing that's even worse that all men have struggled with, I think all of us have struggled with, is hoflation. It's a thing called hoflation.
Hoflation's
It's,
crazy.
inflation, right?
Yeah,
Where it's like
yeah.
money, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's a thing called hoflation. It's basically to where men have to work 10 times as hard to
don't
get
get
a
me
woman
started.
to get a woman that is 10 times worse as their grandmothers.
Don't get me started.
So basically, the grandfathers of our time,
We're getting
it
better
was
women.
easier- was getting better women for less effort, while we're having to work harder to get women of even lesser effort.
And it's crazy.
Crazy,
Crazy, man.
It's just the reality.
That's why I don't knock on guys leaving the country just to find a better woman, because that's a real thing. It's a real thing going on. It's not even a trend. It's a freaking movement out here.
Yeah, and one thing about movements is whenever these women start these movements, part of the time I don't believe they know what they're fighting for.
No, they don't. It's just the stigmatism. Because here's the thing, bro. It's like what they're asking for, they honestly don't want. They say they want a man, a mature man, mentally mature. Well, a mentally mature man is not about to argue with you
And open up to you about your emotion,
about
his emotion.
Right.
He's not going to do all that.
He's not about to do all that. Yeah. He's not gonna have these toxic conversations, these toxic arguments of, why haven't you texted me? Why haven't you did this? Sweetheart, you know I'm at work. Yeah. I left the house and you were in bed and I had my boots on. You know I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do stuff. I'm not a bum ass dude. I can't just text you every 3 seconds.
Exactly. We don't have time on our hands, man. We out here trying to fulfill our purpose.
You got your value already.
I'm trying to work for mine.
I need mine.
Yeah. I think that while we are, because we weren't born with our value, we're still trying to create our value. Meanwhile, God and Maybelline gave women their value. So in And I think they try to avoid that fact because while they want to be empowered, they simultaneously still want to be a victim because they see how much is still being rewarded. And it fucks my head up because it's like you can't be empowered and a victim at the same time.
That does
You can't
not
have
even
excuses
make sense.
and have results at the same time.
Exactly. You can't have exactly, man. They want to be able to have their cake and eat it too. And it's like, we don't really call them out for that because we don't want to hurt their feelings. But it's like, if I did some stupid shit like that, everyone would be flaming my ass.
We'd be pointing at you and laughing straight.
Everyone would be flaming my ass.
They want equality, but at the same time want chivalry and special treatment.
Bam.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Bam.
You can have it both.
Chivalry in of itself is an inequality. Chivalry
Exactly.
is a man putting himself under a woman.
When obviously let's just
Just
be
because
here.
the fact that she's a woman.
Just the fact because she's a woman.
Yeah, I mean, what?
She didn't have to do nothing. She was literally born with special privileges.
You were
born with
special
privilege.
privileges.
Yeah,
Literally
and,
born with it.
and that brings me to my next question. True or false? Women have an easier life than men.
True.
I have to agree with you guys.
Obviously.
True.
Any girl that says no is lying to themselves, or
True.
either lying to themselves or has been through a bunch of unnecessary hardships to say that.
Like
a bunch of things that didn't need to happen, or
That they could prevent
or
from
that
happening?
they could prevent from happening. Because
that's what I was getting at.
honestly, most of the things that girls go through,
It's their fucking fault, honestly.
it's their fault. We're going to get some bull crap. Go ahead and go in the comments, ladies. But I think most of the things that happen to them in their life is their fault. It's
Yeah.
very rare that it's
okay.
uncontrollable.
So me being the good guy, sometimes I get those conversations with girls. Well, what should I do? Asking for advice.
Do you give them the advice and
Bro,
they do the exact
I give
opposite?
them the advice and they do the exact opposite.
Bro, here's what I was. Here's what I was going.
delusional.
Yeah, and let me say this. This is why. All right, and I might catch a little bit of flack for this. This is why it's a little bit difficult for me to listen to most women nowadays.
Boom! I can't hear you. I can't
why.
hear what you're saying. You don't want me to say nothing.
Because here's why.
Say it one more time.
All right, it's a little bit difficult for me to listen to most women these days. Because here's why. They say one thing, but their reality says another. So it's like, your word's not even credible to yourself. So how's it going to be credible towards me? It's not going to be credible towards me.
I can't. You know, I'm really like, because I got a couple. It's all the time. You know, they've been fucking with the same dude for the past however many. I'm just like, bro, what now? Like I think. But here's the thing: women, they don't want rational thinking. I've realized that.
No,
they
they
just
don't.
want to vent.
Yeah,
I don't got time because as a man, I listen to problems and I try to solve them straight off the bat.
Yeah.
Because if 2 + 2 don't equal 4, I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
What just
I gotta
happened?
figure that out.
Yeah. And I'm so used to rational thinking, and I have to credit this to
A girl.
I have to credit this to this thing that we like to call PlayStation and Xbox parties. Okay, I be in the parties with the homies, bro. All right, man. We can be talking about life, bro. All right, let me tell you something. Here's what they're going to do. They're going to laugh at me first, and then they're going to give me like straight up what's on their mind, okay? Because they know that I'm coming to them. I'm not to them, but I'm actually looking for genuine advice. Because it's like you don't want to go through the same stuff. So why would you just say stuff and not get a solution?
And just back what you said about the 2 + 2 conversation, a girl will literally not girls, women choose women over right every single time. Their loyalty lies with women.
Oh,
you can say something that is completely true, and then they'll say something like, you can say 2 + 2 = 4, right? And then they can say 2 + 2 = 7. And if they have, and
if one of their friends
said
it equals 7,
you damn right, as it should. Quick,
you hear me? Yeah, they stand on it, and that's what I like, and that's how deep the delusion
real,
goes.
bro.
But let them not be friends. Let them be mad because they forgot each other's birthday or something.
Man, if a dude forgot my birthday, I'd still be cool with him.
Because you know why? Man. You wasn't there. Why would I expect you?
Yeah,
if you remember, awesome. If not,
exactly.
okay.
Exactly. I got a friend by the name of Dallas. I consider him my best friend. He can forget my birthday, and guess what? I'm still gonna be just as cool with him as I was
that
the day
motherfucker
before.
still like football and,
Man, exactly,
and Pokemon.
man.
We
As long
still
as-
best
Exactly,
friends.
man. Exactly. As long as me and him can still watch basketball
Right,
together, bro,
like-
I'm cool.
We
bro.
cannot
you can
see
forget
each
my
other.
birthday any day of the week.
I cannot see each other until the summer of this year, right? And it's still gonna act like we ain't skipped a beat, man.
So let's explain
Man.
why. Let's explain why.
Okay.
I believe why, because we talked about it earlier. Women are better in groups. They're better. I feel like it's because men are independently sturdier,
we have independent
emotionally,
thoughts.
and thought wise. You know what I'm saying? We don't depend on anybody to crutch. You know, to lean on per
Yeah.
se. Because one day you're gonna leave your pack, your family, and you're gonna start your own.
Yeah.
Women don't look at it that way. They always depend.
They be
on
pissed
something.
when one member tries with a bunch of single girls. They all be pissed when that one single girl gets a boyfriend and now she don't want to be hanging out with the girls.
Exactly why?
anymore.
Yeah.
Like the fuck.
They be
even
pissed.
even if the dude is good for them.
Yeah,
and
hey,
she
man.
not drinking no more. She going to church. She blase.
Here's something I don't understand, right? You know, and I'm talking to a lot of y'all girls out here. You know who you are, right? If you're dating a man and all of your friends are still single, don't go to your single friends for relationship advice.
Well, this is way off topic, but if you're Christian, the Bible says you don't talk shit about your spouse to your friends.
Really? I didn't read that part.
It says
I
you
knew
do
that.
not gossip
I knew that.
amongst
yeah.
about your husband about your husband to your friends.
I
You're
knew
not
that.
supposed to do that.
You know,
That's
here's
crazy.
another question.
Okay,
Here's
okay.
another question. Why would you as a woman or a man go to women to seek advice from women who can't even get the results that they want? Why would you why would you want to go to a loser trying to figure out how to win? It makes no damn
It's
sense.
crazy out here.
Why would you want
Because-
to go to a loser who doesn't know how to win?
I don't know about you, but Floyd Mayweather, if I was hanging out with Floyd Mayweather and he had some gems about making money and stuff like that, and he was
Listen.
proven to make money,
Ears open.
Here's reality speaks for itself.
his reality speaks for itself. If I'm going up to a girl that's been single all her life, that's been a body count of 12, and has been in 6 relationships, all really bad relationships. Am I going to listen to her about relationship advice? No. Or marriage? No, I'm going to go to someone that's been in a marriage for over 20 years, seeing how it works.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's just logical.
Yeah, like what like
I don't
like
understand. And here's the thing too. When relationships happen, everyone has this weird tendency to get in everyone's business, right?
yeah.
So when you do something, it could be the most harmless thing, right? It could be you can make a joke or whatnot or whatever. All of a sudden, everyone is now going to your girl about that situation, and now she doesn't know how to react or whatnot. She's making it a bigger thing of what it really is. So my thing is like, one, why are they all in my business? Two, why are you even paying attention to those people? I thought this was us. I thought me and you were forever, girl.
Yeah,
you know
and
what I'm saying?
it's
I
like,
thought you were all for me. It's me and you against the world. It should my voice should only matter to you. You shouldn't be paying attention to those people.
yeah, it's like and here's the real question: what about what they say makes it credible? Like I've been, what makes them credible?
That's what I say. A lot of people talk. People talk
Yeah.
about shit
Yeah.
that they don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So
I
my
do it
thing-
sometimes.
I'm so secretive with my life. I know if you heard something from me and you didn't hear it from me, because I don't really have nobody to hang out with.
Yeah, they
know
be
what I'm
going
saying?
off other people's energy.
Exactly. I'm like, okay.
Like I don't think independently. Just because you don't think independently doesn't mean
Doesn't
I don't.
mean I don't.
I be wondering
I
like,
don't
how
adopt
that.
that thinking.
And it's crazy because I will be apologizing to the girl at the end of it all. I was like, how the heck?
crazy.
Like, how'd that get here?
It's crazy. You don't be doing nothing wrong, but you still end up apologizing.
It's crazy. And it's crazy because like what you were doing, you could be doing the same thing as you were doing before you got into a relationship. And then you get into a relationship, nothing changes. You do exactly what you've been doing, but all of a sudden it's a problem.
Yeah, because
I know girls that, you know, let's just take the bar for example, because that's just where we're around, right? The girl, I know a relationship right now where the girl lets the guy go to the bar with her boy or with his boys, and the girl thinks nothing of it. She's letting him do his thing because she knows
Yeah.
she knows that he needs that alone time with the guys, right? What do you think about that? Is there anything wrong with it, or you think that she should always be with the guy?
Well, here's the thing. The guys are the primitive hunters. If you trust that your guy's not hunting, he's not hunting.
Yeah,
But a woman is not a primitive hunter. She is the hunted. Meaning she can't help if a guy's gonna approach her at the bar. She cannot
That's
help
true.
that.
That's true.
You can help yourself approaching a girl.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
and she can also entertain that guy, thinking that he has a chance.
Exactly.
That's going to keep him more persistent, I guess you could say.
exactly.
That's a good point.
Because her yes would go a whole lot further than my yes.
Oh shit. Don't
really
give me
think
no
about it.
yes. Don't play with me.
See my point exactly.
Don't play with me.
My
I'm
point
going.
exactly.
I'm going.
My point exactly. My point exactly. Her yes would go further than my yes every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And
Twice on Sunday.
they think, and here's one thing where they fuck up at. They think that we're the same, and we're not the same. They think that we follow the same rules. We don't.
No, we don't.
And people don't realize that because they think that, hey, man, hey, just because I follow this rule, he has to follow it too. We're not even the same.
Look.
We don't even operate the same.
The more you say that, the more reasonable it gets by the day. The more real it is by the day. Because if I tried to act the same, or I don't know about y'all, but just as a man, if I tried to act outside of my biological, natural nature as a man, I tend to be really unhappy with my life.
Yeah, and
When I try to fight my natural, nature.
It's crazy. And let me give you an example of you find it. Think about this. We're loyal to one woman. Throughout, like whenever we're in a relationship, we're loyal to one woman. But it's like in our biology, it's like we're hardwired to
Spread seed and multiply.
Exactly. Spread seed and multiply. So do you know what's crazy? They make us go against our nature technically, while we simultaneously cater to their nature, which is absolutely crazy.
Which means you're listening to women.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
And I think that that's where society is failing for the most part. Is that it's like we as men, we lost our ability to lead and stuff, and they don't really respect us. In that matter.
You're right.
And the fact that they don't respect us is they think that they don't need us, and when they think that they don't need us, they're going to display more fuckery. And when they display more fuckery, you as a man, you're not going to feel like you're capable anymore. And then guess what? You're going to feel depressed as shit. And when you're depressed as shit, I mean, chances are you're going to delete yourself. I mean, and it's cruel out here, but that's just the real of what happens, man. And it's like most men, they don't even have no peace in their lives anymore because they're just not complying with cooperating. It's crazy.
Come to a point where I know most guys are. It's come to the point now where I'd rather have peace of mind than to deal with all that.
Dude, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now where I'm at in life.
I don't want to know what to ruin this, man.
Because I have friends that have relationships that are terrible.
Yeah,
like they arguing about every. I don't have the energy to argue about something that does not matter. You know what I mean? I literally don't have the energy for it. I will go out the door before that happens.
It's hard for me to talk nowadays. I mean, sometimes, man, I can choose to stay silent because it's like
recently I feel like I'm being watched like a hawk, man.
Yeah,
especially
it's like
in a relationship. It's like it shouldn't feel like that, man.
Yeah. If I feel like I be watched, I don't feel trusted at all.
I know guys that could do whatever they want in a relationship with their girl because their girl trusts them that much. And it's funny when it's kind of weird.
These guys don't even be cheating or anything.
It's crazy because like when the girl, let's just talk about polygamy, right? When a girl gives her man the green light to like, hey, like it's not cheating if I know about it. You can go do this and that.
Girl Carolinko.
It's kind of crazy because the man feels incentivized not to cheat anymore.
Yeah,
because it's like, dang, like what just happened? This girl gave me this. Like I kind of don't want to ruin this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like when you give a man more freedom in a relationship, it kind of works out in the woman's favor because like he's not gonna do anything to ruin that.
Yeah, and here's one thing that we do as men. It's like
only a dumb motherfucker would try to do something to ruin that.
Yeah, and here's one thing that we do as men. We work so hard to reach a certain level, but it's like whenever we get into a relationship, it's like we gotta compromise and go back to ground zero basically because we have to give up most of the stuff that most of the access that we work so hard for. This isn't even about access to women. This is about access to all different stuff. Areas that you can attend. Functions that you can attend. Some people that you surround yourself with. I mean, it's like you have to give up that access, and which is crazy because it's like if I have this access, then I can't really grow like me, you, in our Burchalations count. It's like man, we've met so many different people, and we're trying to get this to grow. And
I have met so many people. Our names have been in rooms that we would never walk into. And I've seen so many famous figures, even Adrian Broner, a famous boxer, shared one of our podcast clips.
Hell yeah.
And he has millions of followers. And if he posted it on his story, hundreds of thousands of people have seen our faces.
Yeah.
Like Adrian Broner knows we exist. And that's because I stayed true to the purpose regardless of what woman, whatever girl feelings, right? I stay true to our focus. And I notice that every time I do that, I end up crossing paths with guys with money.
Yeah.
The life that I want.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. And it's like, why will I compromise anything like that for a girl that may or may not be there next month?
It's crazy because
you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy
all because
they argue with their
because of how she felt about maybe a post or something like that.
It's crazy because they argue with their feelings.
When in reality it was work. It was because I'm making money. I'm trying to get it for us.
Yeah,
I'm making all this money so I can give it all to you.
Exactly.
All to you, bro.
It's like they like to argue with how you do things, but how you do things produces the results that you want.
Okay, wait, time out.
Crazy.
Now,
stupid as shit.
What if you turned around and said that oppositely?
What?
Oppositely.
Like you was like what I said.
Say exactly what you said.
I said, and they like to argue with how you do things but how you do things produce the results that you wanted.
Okay, yeah, no, I was about to say something.
But I mean, but that's true though. It's like
that won't work.
The way that the way that me and you do things, right?
Yeah.
Most girls, I ain't gonna lie, most girls would not be able to handle being our girlfriend and stuff like that. Because the way we do things, it may be unpopular or whatnot, but it gets the job done.
You know what's
it
crazy?
Makes it happen.
You know what's
but
crazy?
They want to kind of like tweak it or kind of change like, hey, like
they want to change us. And here's what's crazy. I remember back in the day when women used to respect men who stood on their 10.
Right.
Because that's what we do. We stand on our 10 every time with everything that we say. We speak the God honest truth.
And I stand on it too. And most girls,
to all of y'all,
I've gotten way more respect from girls from standing on what I believe in and not caring about their feelings. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah,
you get more by doing less for girls nowadays.
It's crazy.
No, most definitely.
It's crazy. And
definitely.
It's crazy. And here's one thing about the respect. It's like we're completely honest with these people. We use statistics to back up everything that we say, and they can't handle the truth that we're spitting. And that really speaks more on them than it does us.
And they're just like, no.
It's crazy because I used to get my ass beat for lying.
That's crazy, ain't it?
And now I'm getting cussed out for telling the truth out here to these people. So it's like
every episode,
it's like I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't.
Every episode or every time I'm talking to a girl and she says what she says, I'm like, I'm gonna look at you in your eyes. I'm gonna like, this is why men lie, girl.
Exactly.
This is exactly why men lie.
They don't want
there be
the
men
real
out here.
truth.
There be men out here who cheat get more chances than men who tell the truth.
You literally do more, or you literally get more from a woman by doing less nowadays.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And the thing is, my thing is, a woman's gonna believe what she wants to believe, and she's not gonna believe what she doesn't want to believe.
Yeah.
Like I said, all the advice I've given, he puts his phone in his pillowcase whenever we go to sleep, or shit like that. Or, he changes his password every day. I've noticed that. Or he won't get on his phone around me. She was like, do you think he's cheating?
Do you think it's cheating? Because
he goes to sleep at 7 o'clock every day, but I know that he's on Call of Duty because I have a fake Call of Duty. You know how crazy women get,
bro. It's crazy, bro.
Like, don't even play Call of Duty.
Don't even play, but I'm going to see you online.
How the FBI agents were still so clueless?
She don't got an Xbox. She got the Xbox app.
Man,
let him know when he's online. They that
bro,
crazy.
I got a question, bro. I got a question. How you going to be an FBI agent but still so clueless?
Right.
Crazy, right?
And so it's just
They're just walking contradictions.
That's what basically thing women are. They're walking contradictions, and nothing makes sense when it comes to women.
Man, and I want to go to this next question real quickly. And this is the last question I have personally.
Okay, all right.
In this day and age, would you guys open up to a woman?
No, not anymore.
Honestly, I think
She'd have to hold it down for me for a long time. We'd have to been through the
We had to
gutter,
been
the
through
trenches together.
The freaking, freaking shit, man.
Oh yeah, we'd have to really go, because here's the thing: as a man, I'm going against my character doing that.
Yeah.
So that's a form of me submitting to you.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to submit to you, you got to be doing the things that I need you to do. You have to be submitting to me in your proper way. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Just like the monogamy thing.
Yeah,
a guy's nature is to
go out here and make multiply
and fertilize flowers.
Facts.
I'm gonna stop fertilizing flowers for this one flower. I need this one flower to act right.
Yeah,
You
I
know what
don't
I'm
think
saying?
they realize that because
And I think that's why men love for real, and like their loyalty is
yeah.
like, to me, loyalty isn't. I believe loyalty is earned in a sense, because it's like when you're with a girl and she's ugly as shit and nobody wants her, she really isn't loyal because it hasn't been tested yet.
Right.
Loyalty is tested, and to me, I've only been in one relationship, but I know for a fact that there have been other girls waiting on me. Just to be completely honest, and I knew that I could go to the girls, and if I wanted to leave my relationship, my loyalty was tested, but I stayed with the girl.
Exactly.
Yeah, because our relationship is because our loyalty is tested whenever we have everything. Meanwhile, why their loyalty is tested whenever we have nothing. But to answer that question that I asked, I think nowadays it's going to be very hard for me to open up. Because one thing I've learned,
been used against me, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's always been used against me, and it doesn't benefit me whenever I open up. All right, because there's a quote that I have on my phone. All right, and I believe that most men, they feel like this. This is the quote I was telling you about earlier. Men don't talk about their feelings because most of the time they end up upsetting their woman and then have to console her on how his feelings made her feel.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You try to open up to her, and now you're the guidance counselor of how you opened up to her and made her feel. It's kind of like a big old Uno reverse card now.
Yeah, and one thing is like you talk about how you feel and then you end up apologizing.
It's like, how did I get here, man?
Right? How the fuck did I get here apologizing? This was about my problems.
Yeah.
And I'm apologizing.
And
to
it's
you.
kind of crazy because, like, you don't even have to open up to your problem, but just little things that you say that girls will pick up on that, and it will stay. They will load it up in their magazine, and as soon as you do something wrong, or as soon as you mess up even a tiny bit, they're ready to unload on your ass.
Man,
Like, whoa, it's like, whoa, hold on, why you bring up old shit? It's crazy.
You gotta
They can do that. You
watch
wanna
how
lie?
You really gotta watch
how
what you say.
word your sentences.
You can mean it in the most joking way possible. You can mean no harm at all. Mm-hmm. They will still take it in a different way, even when you explain it's a joke, blah blah blah, and it's like blah. It's like, it's how you said it though.
I will say this.
They're
though.
so wrapped around.
I will say this.
You can't even have fun, bro, in your own relationship.
No.
I will say this though. Whenever it comes to opening it up, I think I'm at my most safe whenever I don't open up.
Well, yes, of course.
I'm more safe with myself whenever I don't open
But
up.
when you don't open up, I will say this though. Whenever you do keep that, the more boundary, the less the connection. I will say that. But you can't be connecting with everybody out here because, like you said,
Some of them just ain't got that good energy, man. So you got
Exactly.
here connected with everybody.
Exactly.
Their energy is now on you.
right. No, shoot.
That's facts, man.
That's the truth, man.
You could do whatever you want, but that don't mean everything is beneficiary for you. Everything is good for you, right?
No, absolutely.
So,
and on a tangent, I'll say this: the past 2 girls I've spoke to, I've talked to, trying to get a handle on, it went downhill when I was trying to be nice and stuff. Whenever I was trying to figure out, trying to set boundaries, trying to do it right, they like the unknown.
The mystery,
It's like-
The mystery of it all.
They want you. They want to remain a mystery. That's why you can't really speak too much.
Exactly, but the mystery has like ties with it. So like, okay, it's a mystery. She won't answer you on, hey, are we a thing or what's going on here? But the moment she sees you talking to another girl at the bar, it's a problem.
That's when they get attached.
That's when they get attached.
Because now it's like you're a one man. They want something that they know that they can't have. That's what that's the play nowadays.
That's the kicker, huh?
That you could be in a relationship with a girl, but
so how can you be a genuine man if you can't even?
It's almost as
be
if
genuine.
It's almost as if being a nice guy or a genuine man. There's no point in it no more.
I mean, it's just
Yeah, and one thing that
that's what it's looking like.
that's the forecast.
And this is how we as men are different. We're not retarded, okay? All right, okay,
Wow.
okay. But we usually keep it pretty simple on what we desire from our woman. We usually tell you up front. Okay, assuming that we are actually trying to love you. We're not just trying, just fuck on you. We're actually trying to love you,
right?
And they don't realize that. They think that we're just lying because that's what they're used to from their selection. Because honestly, they have terrible mate selection, but no one tells them that because they have the luxury of being stupid while still finding a mate.
So a woman, I feel like, is the only person, the only human beings out here. There's only two of us. Men and women, in my mind, anyway.
Yeah, 2024. I get.
You can do they can do whatever they want with no repercussions. Get it? You can have unprotected sex, have about to have a kid, and be like, hey, I don't want the kid. But that man might be a good, genuine man. Be like, I want my child. I want this, that, and the third. And
we have no rights.
We can make
but here's
work.
the thing. But if she wants the kid, your ass on child support.
Oh yeah, I mean you
if
could,
she don't
dog.
want you, but wants the kid.
That's crazy.
And the thing is, it's crazy. It's like they don't realize or don't want to realize they're in their imaginary state that the guy they're with is awesome, but as soon as the baby comes, they want a real man. They don't want that piece of shit.
Yeah, they want to be saved. Oh no, they found God now.
They get pregnant
That's my
by
baby daddy. He don't support me. He don't do. Baby,
Yeah, they get pregnant.
What was y'all doing whenever y'all just
They
kicking
born
it?
again, huh?
Yeah, they get pregnant by the
kicking
guy.
it.
Yeah, they get
They
pregnant
was
by
outside.
He was
Yeah.
playing. You knew he played video games 24/7 whenever you met him, but now
Yeah.
you want a man.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. They chase men who aren't capable men,
you know what?
and it's crazy. And they allow dudes who have the IQ of Forrest Gump
To get that thing.
to procreate.
Nah, it's crazy,
they,
bro.
They
And then-
procreate with these dudes,
and then
it's
Forrest Gump gets
and
AIDS, and now he dead.
exactly. And they start crying on TikTok or Instagram or something.
Nah, bro.
And it's crazy. If we were in that situation, people would laugh at us, man. If we got in that situation, because it would be our fault that all that happened.
Now that brings me to the next thing. Motherhood, what they say they want, but their actions don't show it. Motherhood is what turns that light on for them. They're like, women with kids, 9 times out of 10, want a man that can provide. Want a man that
Yeah, of
can
course.
protect.
That makes sense.
Yeah, of course. Why would they?
Why wouldn't they?
Why weren't you looking for that from the beginning? You said you wanted it, but everything that you was showing was the
exact opposite.
Didn't add up. The
Nobody
reality.
wants a used wash rag. Nobody wants a used wash rag. You already got children.
I ain't gonna lie
I
to
want
you.
my own children.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If I walk up and if I go to a friend's house and I walk inside the bathroom and I'm there for multiple days and that rag is dry,
It's dry and crusty.
I'm be looking like, what you be doing, dog? Because you ain't washing it.
Bro, here's the thing. Bro, hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on. But like, listen. Just like going back to what you said, these women, these young women that are single moms nowadays, right? I'm not knocking y'all. I know, I get it, right? But at the same time, they knew what they were getting themselves into with that guy that wasn't shit. Having that ain't shit nigga's baby. And they knew what they were getting. It's like they knew what they signed up for, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm talking about looking at these girls like, hey, you getting with me or you getting with Justin? You know what we do. You know what you signed up for.
Yeah, and-
so
and-
you got to take what comes with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Accept me for
we're
who I am.
we're under the impression. Look. I believe that the three of us we're talking like this because we hold these women. We hold them to a higher standard. All right,
I would like
exactly. Look, exactly. Look. Whenever I approach a woman, I don't think of her as stupid. No, I'm automatically going to assume that she's smart when it comes to picking a mate. But the reality, I mean, it shows that she's not, and it's like it's going to make me listen a whole lot less.
I can ask a solid 4 to 5 questions and figure out.
Yeah, you can figure out in the first 10 minutes.
A bunch of shit.
As a man, we know within 10 minutes whether we're going to either take her seriously or we are going to take it to Pound Town, baby.
Right.
Sir.
And that's just
To Soap City.
Look. So there's this one thing that I have saw on the internet. It was a study called the gap between men and women, young men and women for that matter, and it's an ideology gap, especially when it comes to political matters. So just for political purposes, I'm just going to say liberal and conservative, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm just going to ask you a question. Have y'all noticed a big shift in society, whether not on the internet, but more in person? Have you seen men becoming more conservative over time,
Yes.
whereas you see women becoming more liberal in a sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, I'm with that.
The kind of world views and the way that we think is more conservative now, while women tend to become more liberal with their thinking.
Yeah.
So for the past 5 to 10 years, this has been happening. And basically, like I said, men are becoming more conservative, women are becoming more liberal. And I believe that the key trigger to all of this was the, equality, feminists, and the even worse, the hashtag Me Too movement.
Right.
It was a real thing, and it was a rise in feminist values among young women who felt empowered to speak out against inequality, which is not even real because they get special treatment, which is kind of even better than equality, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And also the injustices, right? Now, don't get me wrong, right? There are a very small number of women out there who have actually been done wrong and all these
1000%.
things, right? But all these women that are coming out and, accusing men and all that stuff when they had nothing to do with it, it takes away from the real victims of this matter.
It makes everyone seem less credible, and that sucks for the people that sucks for the women who've actually been assaulted like that.
Yeah. So now, obviously, us being young people, we tend to get overlooked when it comes to political participation because, let's just keep it real. Young people don't really vote like that,
Right?
Yeah.
And I didn't even vote last year, but that just goes to show. But to me, I think that this gap wide with ideology thinking between men and women is something that's going to be far worse than just vote count. I think it's becoming worse, and I think you got to think about it. People are having kids. Like, these are people that can vote.
Man,
They're doing all
these
this
people can have children.
These people can have children, and that's the scary part. So I think it's going to be something worse than vote count. And to me, if this keeps up, I think it's going to end up being something similar to what South Korea is going through, and even Japan. They are countries that are dying because the ideology gap has just been spread so far. The men in South Korea are so conservative, and women are so liberal to where it's like, does a man with conservative values and a woman with liberal values can work together at home? It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. So now America is coming to that same fate to where women want to end up having more liberal thinking, which, let's just keep it a buck. Liberal ideologies encourage women to chase career, non-family, and if you don't have kids, surprise, surprise, you can't maintain society, right? And that's what's happening now. Women don't want to have kids. When was the last time you heard a woman say, I might just stay single, man, I'm done?
Every day. And it's crazy whenever they have kids, they don't exactly pick the best mate to have kids with.
Well, see, here's the thing. You got to look at it from a government standpoint. 60 years ago, whenever relationships stood and people stayed together, women stayed at the house and taught the kids the more old-fashioned. Well, now they're separate. So that means you got two taxpayers.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It didn't start till the 70s whenever these black sitcoms, they didn't have a dad in the home.
Yeah.
All right. It started to influence the black community as a whole because none of this was happening during slavery. None of this was happening during Jim Crow. The black families were stronger than ever. Heck, families in general were stronger than ever. But it's like as we've gained more freedom, it's like the only people who are really freeing themselves is the women nowadays. They're freeing themselves from the men, I guess you could say.
But are you really? Yeah, you're freeing yourself from the men, but you're really putting more on your plate to do.
Yeah.
Why do you want to go work? Is my thing. Like
It's like they just glorify struggle or something.
Yeah,
right?
And another thing, this is a question that I had. Like, do you really think that and women, some of them really do. But do you really think women could survive without, if all the men just vanished off of this rock today? Do you think they could really survive?
No.
I was thinking this yesterday whenever I was pouring concrete, and I was
They ain't trying to pour no damn concrete.
and I was tired as fuck, and I was thinking, bro,
You got me
ain't
paused.
no way they finna pour this fucking concrete.
And here's the thing, too. Women, they will scream equality for women in CEOs, but won't scream equality for women in coal mining or bricklayers.
Exactly. Like,
Man,
where you at, dog? Like,
we know some look, Parker. We know some female wielders, right?
I know some welders.
Oh, exactly. But guess what? But the men completely outnumber them.
Yeah,
That's the point. Like I mean, there's a small number of female wielders, but there's not.
right.
And
right.
that doesn't.
And they all fine.
Phil-
Every female welder I've talked to was fine.
And that doesn't.
Wait. Women out here screaming equality for the girls that are CEOs, quote unquote. Translation: you do OnlyFans, and then let's just keep it. I'm a business owner. You do sex work. Let's just keep it about. Every time I hear a girl say that, it's like, all right, okay, business owner. Okay. I
You know
guess
what's
it's
crazy?
very rare.
No one's going. And you know what's crazy? No one's going to call them crazy for saying that because they're just trying to take advantage of them. But it's like but it's like when there's people like us who see them for as more than that. Try to tell them the truth. It's like we just get looked at crazy.
Question:
what's up?
If roles were reversed and men had the privileges women have, would you sell your ass
Hell no.
online?
I could. Man.
Hell no.
Okay, why?
I have self-respect.
Where does that lack? Where does that go in the woman's thought process for this? Because like
Most of the time when it comes to girls who do OnlyFans, it went away whenever that dad left the home.
and now who didn't let the dad in the home?
Sometimes the dad. Sometimes
Most of the times it's the mom.
Okay, so like, why are they doing this to themselves?
He even got to be in the home. He got to be in the life.
Why are they doing this to their
And
daughters?
sometimes it
Is what
still
I'm trying to
happens.
figure out. Like, why is the mom doing it to the daughter? I don't.
Single women keep women single.
Bam, bam.
That's the realest thing you ever said, man. I will never in my life again date a girl that has single friends. That's like that she hangs out with heavily, like she fucks with heavy. You know what I'm saying? Because that just like
Birds of a feather flock
like
together.
that thinking, like that kind of thinking does something to you, man.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy because like it takes a lot for a girl to leave her friend group. I mean a whole
lot.
It takes more than you being talking a certain way or whatnot. But I truly know that like if a girl wanted to, like she really would, and that goes for a man as well. So if this is getting a little explicit here, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm really big on genuine burning desire.
Okay.
Or when it comes to a girl wanting me, right?
Okay.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, right? For me, a 1 is like you message her and she left you on red, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And to a 10 is like, yo, she lives an hour away and she's driving to your place at 2:00 in the morning with a robe on, ready to do everything you want with her, right? And she's ready to, delete all of her guy friends for you. She's ready to do all that stuff. She's ready to go to war with you. She's ready to hold you down like Rey Mysterio's wife, right? Basically, right? That's what a 10 is to me, right?
Right.
When it comes to burning desire. And when you know the scale of 1 to 10, search it up, burning desire, right, on YouTube, right? It's something from a guy called Richard Cooper, Unplugged Alpha. It's a book. You got to read it. But whenever it talks about these things, like, when was the last time a girl really burned gas for you, really made that time for you instead of you making that time for her? I drove an hour, and the longest I've ever drove for a girl was an hour and 30 minutes, one trip.
The longest I've ever drove was an hour 30 down and back, and guess what?
For a chick.
And guess what? I got told to sleep on my side. She sleeps on hers.
Yeah.
There was no desire for you.
I know, this is back on my simp days.
13 hours, 45 minutes, Miami.
That's wild.
You better be. I hope you got something, bro.
What?
If you drive that far, oh yeah, man.
It
better be guaranteed. It better be guaranteed. But
you
like,
might be inclined.
here's the thing though, and it don't stop there. When you're taking the girl to Pound Town, bro, and you try to do something, if she says I don't do that, always add with you at the end. Because best believe the thing that she didn't do for you, she'll definitely do for Chad Thundercock. Okay? Which means, and guys don't pick up on this. Certain things that you say, I hate that females do this, but they do these things called shit test. and they want to see if you're really about that or not, or
shit test. Talk to me. Tell me. I want to know.
shit test. So it's like they give you these little tests to see what kind of guy you really are, like a little alpha or something. Because remember this, and this is why bad guys will always win. Women make rules for betas; they'll break them for alphas. Every time.
So that must be why, like, whenever, like, I feel like women say they want a strong, dependable man, but that strong, dependable man has.
When they say that they want a certain man, they're basically saying, I want an alpha, but also I want him to listen to me and do everything I want to do.
And let me do whatever I want.
Basically.
That
just doesn't go together.
So when that doesn't happen, they look for a weaker man. which is why they find these piece of shit people to procreate with, and then once the baby's here, they want somebody sturdy. And that's what's so crazy.
Well, let's just keep it a buck. These guys that quote unquote don't give a shit are the ones that don't really care about the girl, but they do what they want. They're being the alphas that we need to. They don't look for approval from nobody. They're just going about their business, doing what they want to do. And girls gravitate towards that every single time. You see it. You see it all the time.
It's
the
crazy.
Beginning of this
because
they don't care, bro.
It's because they like it. They like to feel dominated, and here's one of the characteristics of dominating someone is treating them like shit.
Well, the beginning of this whole episode, we were talking about how, fuck, I totally forgot. Never mind.
Well, it's fine, but it's kind of like. It sounds so simple, but it's so hard, especially if you were that nice guy to treat a girl that way. Because if you, as a guy, I remember my first time treating a girl like absolute, garbage to some degree. I found the kind of cheat code to it. You love her, but don't like her. Most guys make the mistake of loving and liking the girl. You give her love, but you don't like the chick. Don't go attached to her, because I believe a relationship, the moment that you become more attached to the girl than she is to you, oh no, you lost, my boy. You're done for. You're cooked. Oh, yeah. The girl succeeds in the relationship way more when she's the adorer, not you. She needs to adore you. It doesn't need to be the other way around.
I agree. Because women get who they want, men get who they can. So you got to have a good push and pull there.
I mean, basically, if you're chasing a girl, I would at least like to know that there's some attraction there. That way I can have fun with the chase. Chase ain't fun whenever the girl don't like you.
Man, this ain't no Chris Brown music video, man, where I know for a fact that the girl's into me.
They start dancing.
Exactly. I ain't gonna be walking and doing no dance moves, man. If you're not attracted to me at all.
She walking with her little binder like it's some 2008 Chris Brown video.
Man, fuck, I'm man, this ain't freaking. I don't know your name. Excuse me, miss. I ain't got time for that, bro.
That's literally what it is now. But I think it's I just like I said, it's hard to listen to girls, especially for dating advice, because it's like
they don't even follow their own advice.
They don't. I don't even think they listen to themselves most of the time.
They don't.
Okay, what do you think about this right here? Men sticking around women that won't give them a yes or no answer. Like, I got a friend, right?
He's a sucker.
And the thing is just like
it, he's a
you
sucker.
Just got demasculated, like
emasculated like a mug, man.
If he just laid them in, if he just
she like when a girl like y'all are talking dating won't date because she refuses to not talk to her exes. Like, really? Why would she respect you at that point? You know what I mean? She's not going to she
would.
And most guys are more, they care about her feelings more than, the risk of losing the girl.
I think
that's what we call insecurity.
I think post-nut clarity helps with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think every guy.
You ain't gotta have sex with a chick, just,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think every guy, before you make a big decision with the girl, you go ahead and rub that thing out.
That's crazy.
Before you make a decision, man, give it 5 minutes, bro.
You'll be here. This is how I know when I like a girl. Oh shit. This is how I know if I genuinely like a girl. Okay, if before we go hang out and I go hang out with her first time, whatever, I'm gonna get that first one out. Yeah. If I still want to go hang out with her after, I like you. I like you. What? You know what I mean? You got to get that post.
And you got to think about, bro. Like, I can narrow it down to like maybe 2 girls right now that if I was to rub one out, I would still want to like
Go hang out with
them.
Now that's
out of all the chicks that I've ever talked to, it's only narrowed down to 2, which is a problem. Why is it only 2 girls? Why ain't more?
Because
That I have genuine attraction to.
Because a lot of them, after you realize, after chasing that dopamine, you didn't realize that they're not.
I realized
they're not worthy. That they're not worthy.
It was a lustful thought. It was straight lust. There was no genuine feeling there.
You can rub one out or even have sex with the chick, and then your post-nut clarity comes. It's like, dang, this girl.
What am I doing here?
This girl has nothing to
offer me
except
this right here.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. And it's like, what kind of guy with good sense would commit to a girl that has just a nice ass, but just like can't cook like your grandmother used to? One. And it's just like a weak one. Yeah, you're right.
A weak, desperate one.
And weak men create masculine women. I say that all the time.
Bam. That's a good one. I agree.
Create masculine women. Most of the girls out here are, very masculine like an alpha because they dealt with some weak men that didn't know what they want or didn't have the balls to take charge and just take care of their own business.
See me, I flourish. I do very well with very quiet, submissive women.
Yeah, it's like they know what they.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, you want to go out tonight? I'd rather stay home. Bet. Me too. Like, I enjoy that. I enjoy women that aren't the first one to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Just to themselves, quiet. Spoke when they're spoken to. Because I was told that you can judge a man based off how their woman acts in public.
Shit crazy, man.
I always said that.
Yeah,
I always said that
that.
woman's a reflection of her man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. So, I mean, if your girl out here acting, screaming at you and stuff like that, and she's telling you, giving you a bunch of talk back in public and stuff, we're looking at you like, dang, man, you a sucker, dog.
You a sucker.
Man, you better get that shit right. Let me tell you something. It was wise words from a pimp named Slickback, right? he mentioned like a study from like talking to it's like, and I quote, talking to a bitch, it's like saying it's like talking to a girl is pointless because like 90% of the time they don't listen or blah blah blah. So the only result you got is to hit the bitch.
That's crazy.
It's like you tell her to get her ass in the car, she don't listen, hit the bitch. Simple. And then he was like, "Trust me, Tom. I have evidence. I am a witness. It works. Trust me." I was like, "What?"
Shit's crazy.
Now, me personally, I could never hit a girl unless it was, my life was in danger. But hey, if they want equality, I mean, I think it. To me, equality is like, hey, if we fight and the police comes, we both tell them that, hey, we just had a little confrontation. It's fine. And then they go about their day. But no girl is literally doing that.
Mm-mm.
No girl's literally doing that. You hit a girl, they're ready to go victim. They can switch it up so fast.
Man, they can hit you first.
Better than I can say domestic violence.
And they could hit you first.
And what's
they
crazy,
yep.
Back to what we were saying about women don't pick good procreators, good boyfriends, good husbands. I'll tell you this way. My sister, right? She's dating this guy. And I said, how about you bring him to Thanksgiving? How about you bring him to the house? She said, oh, no. What you mean? Dad won't approve. Dad won't.
Ain't that a good
thing?
So why would you even do that?
Right, because your dad is going to want the best for you. He's going to judge him.
Yeah.
Like we do. Are you fit for my daughter?
Exactly.
And you already know he's going to say, no, you're not fit for her. So why are you even with him?
Because man, she was probably thinking from a feeling side and not from a logic, rational side.
And it's just crazy. Like my first question is to my sister: what does he do? What's he got going for him? What's his family like?
Man,
what's going on? Oh, he's got tattoos on his face, and oh my god,
hell no.
Yeah, don't bring him here.
The neck is all. I mean, the neck.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
The neck is already kind of like pushing it a little bit.
Yeah.
Now I'm a fan of tattoos, so I'm a little more lenient on that stuff. But on the face, like, come on now.
Right,
face tattoos, man, is giving, bro. It's giving drug dealers, man.
It's giving
It's giving drug dealers, man. Yeah,
man,
for real.
Oh my god, bro.
You gonna be hearing that a lot.
So with that being said, I was just meant to ask if your mom. If you brought your girl to the house and your mom hit you up later, was like, Is you listening to mom or no?
Well, I know that she would want what's best for me.
Exactly.
I'm definitely taking it into consideration.
I'm definitely taking
Of
into
course, right?
consideration. Yeah, yeah.
Now-
of course I'm gonna listen.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I mean, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Because I was just thinking,
Man, that was crazy.
the one time I didn't, my mom was like, "Yeah, not her, bro." It was hell. It was hell. It was hell.
Okay.
It was
It be
crazy.
like that, man.
I mean, it be like that sometimes.
It be like that. But what was I gonna say? Do you guys have anything else that you might want to say? Take it off.
I'm pretty good, man. Any
I'm
last
good.
thoughts, man?
No, man, I appreciate you guys having me out here. I enjoyed every minute of it. Hopefully
Of course, man.
we'll do this again.
Oh, for sure,
Part two, man.
For
You
sure.
got some crazy thoughts.
yeah,
man.
sure.
no, it was good.
For
Yeah,
sure.
bro, we gotta have you on for a part 2 for the group, man. It's crazy.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
For sure.
But okay. You got anything you want to say though?
Well, I was going.
Say like, what's up?
I was going to talk about the next episode, and for the next episode, we will be discussing why the Birch Bros hate Valentine's Day.
Oh,
Oh
Lord.
shit!
Why men hate Valentine's Day?
I didn't even know it was
But-
here. It's here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's coming up. That's crazy. That's how much we don't give a fuck. But guys, man, we appreciate y'all for coming on, man. And we appreciate y'all watching and all this stuff, man. The love is real, though, man. So we all appreciate you guys, man. Once again, thank you for coming out.
Absolutely,
again.
bro. I
And
appreciate
it's
that.
we
all love,
appreciate it,
real.
man.
Part 2
Anytime.
coming up soon, man.
Yes, sir.
I feel like we have a lot more things we need to discuss, and it'll definitely come soon, bro. But make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow all of our other social medias for short form content like Instagram and TikTok. If you have the attention span of a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, and because I mean, let's just keep it honest, all your attention spans are cooked nowadays. But we love y'all. Subscribe, leave something in the comments, maybe a topic y'all might want us to discuss, and follow our guests here on Instagram and whatever platform he got.
That guy _ hit me up.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it. And we'll see y'all. We'll see y'all later, man. Where's that game over sound effect, dog? I like doing that one every now and then. Yeah.